The next story that was published on the 22nd of September of this year, the topic was Check Mental Health Status of Buddhas After the Holidays. I wrote this piece because basically around this time of the year is when we get to hear a lot of these stories where there are fires in our Buddhas high schools, and I thought it would be timely to talk about it. Only weeks into the third term, 29 schools have reportedly been closed indefinitely in Gatundu South, Kiambu County, due to fear of planned arson attacks. 20 students have been arrested over this disruption of academic activities. Unfortunately, it is usually around this time of the year when cases of unrest, with some students citing fear of national exams. The usual reasons that are given for these arson attacks by students is that around this time there is fear of unfair competition towards the national exams, and unconfirmed reports again also say some schools are doing it, are supporting it so they can get a cut in insurance payment. We don't know that for a fact, but research is still ongoing. In 2001, a dormitory in Changoli Secondary School in Machakos County was set on fire by two 16-year-olds, killing 67 students and injuring 28 others. I believe this is the biggest case of school burning. I lost a friend who I had just seen a few weeks before our primary school, where we had gone to pick up our Kenya Certificate of Primary Education result slips and high school calling letters. May Joseph Muli be remembered forever. That was my friend. And the minute we split from primary school, I never got to see him again because of his school arsons. Years later, a 14-year-old in Form 1 set fire at the prestigious Moi Girls School, killing 10 students. She would later be sentenced to 5 years in jail. Families of the deceased termed the sentence too lenient. The judge concluded that the girl did not intend to kill her fellow students. The fire at Hillside and Rush Academy in Nyeri exactly a year ago took 21 people's lives and 27 others were injured. Some of the reasons given for the atrocious acts of arson include the dislike of newly appointed teachers and head teachers, poor school diet, students' mere refusal to settle in boarding school, and wanting to be transferred to other schools of their choice, among others. I believe, however, that the main reason goes beyond this. A common adage says that a child's shoulders were not meant to bear the weight of their parents' choices, which is very true. I believe that some children see a lot when they are at home during school breaks, and conversations around home environments need to be open and researched. Kids see a lot. Sometimes their parents are fighting. Might not be physical. The words that are being used, some are threats. These kids go back to school having seen what they have seen at home, having had those threats. Children in boarding schools then need to be given personalized mental health checks and care during the beginning of every school term or after midterm, more like how we used to receive random pregnancy tests in girls' boarding schools, or were shown films surrounding HIV and other STIs. A lot of children are quiet at home because that is how the home environment is set up, where discussions mean that one is being rude to elders. All they've learned to do is to follow instructions and routines without asking questions. When they go back to school, where they are free to talk to their peers who might either relate to the happenings in their home environments or are purely rebels without a cause, they end up discussing and bringing to life their wildest fantasies and dangerous thoughts. As an adult, setting fire to a building might not be the best solution to your life's frustration, but this might make sense. For a child with memories of violence they left at home, and address fears that maybe one day someone will come to school to report that one of the parents or guardians is no more, or fear that for one reason or another they'll soon have to drop out of school. They therefore see no point in acting like the children they are, and with zero guidance, their actions breed outcomes that are unfortunately sometimes fatal. While there's simply no good reason to create a criminal record as an arsonist, I strongly believe that if adults create a safe home environment for children to just be children, whether they are boarders or not, separation anxiety will be a thing of the past. We will be allowing our children to focus on their studies and nothing else. That is just my opinion. I am not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist. I am just a mental health champion. Hi, my name is Rosbella Ototo. I'm a journalist and a mental health champion. I would like to reach out to anyone who wants to discuss on topics surrounding mental health care, mental health challenges, and especially parents, single parents, male, female. We have a lot to discuss. I will leave my address down below for us to get a hold of each other.